Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. Happy weekend. Happy Saturday evening or night, actually. Saturday night. I'm recording this. So hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're having a great weekend so far. And I'm playing a little music in the background. So I'm hoping that it's not distracting in any way. So I'm just going to pull the volume down a little bit more. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully it's like really low. But anyways, welcome. As you can see, I am still dining out in these photos. I can't get enough of them. I am still at the NFL Presents. And of course, we know tomorrow is going to be the Super Bowl. So it's going to be major excitement. It's out in Las Vegas. So whether our faves are going to be there, I don't know. Obviously, Harry was there on Thursday. So I don't know if they'll be there for the game tomorrow. I know that we know that, Lord willing, they're most likely packing to get to Vancouver next week. So we shall see. But whether they're there or not, we're excited for Vancouver. We're also excited for the game tomorrow. I'm not going to be watching it, but I'm just going to be watching out to see if our faves are there. If they're there, yes. And I will follow along on social media. But one of the fun things that I actually posted this on our community page is how big of a secret it was for Harry to be at the NFL Presents on Thursday. It was an amazing secret, and this is so fun because the girl who did the announcement introducing Harry, she calls herself on TikTok Queen Novine, and she does like live introductions. So these big arenas, she like, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, however they said it that day. And she's the one, she apparently does a lot of these things. She is called the Queen Novine, and her TikTok page has a lot of stuff of her introducing stuff. So she does these big event things, and she is really good and so exciting. So she posted a video, and these are just screenshots of the video of her introducing Prince Harry. And so it starts out on the first there. It says, when introducing a secret guest at the NFL honors. And so this is her throughout the videos, like, ladies and gentlemen, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. And then the script writer who was sitting next to her, she's like, did it, the secret is out. And then she finally comes in at the bottom. It's like, it's Prince Harry, people. And so it's funny because, again, this did not leak. Nobody knew it was there. Nobody knew it was going to be there. It shocked every single person that was there. Definitely Cam, the man, definitely was shocked. And Walter Payton's his family was completely shocked. So it was just like everybody was just shocked. And she had this big secret. And I cannot imagine this poor girl having to carry around this secret. I hope they didn't tell her until a little bit before she had to do it who the actual secret person was, because gosh, to have to carry that around and to carry around that secret. Ooh. So it was just really fun. It was really fun to see because I'd never seen that before. I've never seen, for example, the announcer just giving us a backstage of what goes into announcing someone on stage at these big events. I mean, this was a massive event in Vegas. All of these big name NFL people were there. And it turns out apparently Roger Goodell, who is the head of the NFL, is the one that asked Harry to come and do it. So it's just like, you go, Harry is buds with the head of the NFL. Powerful people, some of the most powerful people in the world. Of course, we saw Harry last Super Bowl. I think it was last Super Bowl. Was it the year before? My years are rolling into one, when Harry was there and holding, I think it's called the Vincent Lombardi Trophy that they win at the Super Bowl. That's to tell you how much I haven't been really paying attention to football, but I think it's the Vincent Lombardi Trophy that Harry got to hold. And this year, the NFL invites him to do this presentation. So it is just amazing. So whether he is still there or whether he was back in California getting ready for Invictus, who knows? But it was a wonderful. Thank you, Norveen, for giving us a little bit of a backstage. And of course, as you can see here, she's up there at the bottom of a photo of just a video feed of Harry going on stage as she is introducing him, and the crowd's going wild and all of that stuff. So again, I put the link in the community page, so hope you're able to view it. But it's really cool. And girl, you are good. She is so good. And of course, I love the fact that it's a black girl. Yeah. And I love her braids too. Very cool. So anyways, so that's happening. And so over in Shutter Island, talk about Invictus Games that Harry's preparing for to go to Vancouver. This article pops up in the Times, and if you notice, it's written by Kate Manzi, who's a royal editor. She's the actually new editor over at the Times. She is formerly Kate Manzi from the Daily Mail, and you'll probably recognize that name because we talked about her before. She is the one that wrote that article about Prince Harry, basically saying Prince Harry lied, that he didn't when he said that he offered to pay for his security. And so she wrote this article claiming that he lied, that he was only saying that to save face and all of that stuff. And that's the article that Prince Harry had sued the Daily Mail over for libel. And it's the suit that he just dropped because he was trying to ask the judge to basically give him a summary judgment and basically end the case. And he didn't win that. And so when he didn't win that, and the judge said, the Daily Mail could prove that it was an opinion piece, which again, it wasn't, Harry decided to drop that part of the case and just focus on the Ravik part of the case. So she is the reporter that wrote that. She recently left the Daily Mail and is now writing for the Times. And so whenever time you read these articles, a cup of salt, knowing that most likely it's a lie, but this is what was in the article, and it's about obviously Invictus Games. And I'm just going to move my banner here. My banner, and also I'm going to move our little logo right there. And according to the banner, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and do so, and click the notification bell. Subscribe really, and click the notification bell so you know when we drop a video. Like and share the video. Thank you guys. And if you're able to join the channel, that would be awesome too. But we'll get back to that in the end. And back to this. So this is the article that Kate Manzi wrote for the Times. It says the Duke of Sussex is expecting to return to Britain in May for a service at St. Paul's Cathedral to mark the 10th anniversary of the Invictus Games. The milestone has prompted an effort. Yeah. It's like you read this, you're like, huh? The milestone has prompted an effort by the government to bring Harry's sporting competition for wounded servicemen and women back to Britain. That's right. The multi-million pound government bid, backed by private financing, has been made to host the event in Birmingham in 2027. I kid you not. This is the same people. I mean, how many times in the last two Invictus Games have I sat here and railed against the British government, the military, the royal family, all of them, for completely ignoring the veterans at the Invictus Games, for treating them so shoddy at the Invictus Games. They could not even, especially say the royal family, who King Charles is the head of the military, couldn't even find it within himself to say congratulations or good luck. Nothing. Zero. It completely ignored them. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this is the same people that were trying to destroy the Invictus Games a minute ago. The same people who, we've talked about this before, that they are doing the most to try to take these games away from Harry. William has been doing the most to try to rip these games away from Harry. Why? Because it's successful, and William wants credit for something that he doesn't do as usual. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, the milestone is coming up. at the 10th anniversary of the game. So the government and it has put together this thing so that we can bring the games back to Britain. Like, seriously? Seriously? Let's move on. And also, it's talking about, again, this is the 10th year anniversary that Harry and Invictus hasn't said what they are going to do, but somehow she's saying that they're going to come for a service at St. Paul in May. And who knows? I have no idea. Invictus hasn't said anything. So just wait until Invictus says something about what they're actually going to be doing. But according to Kate Manzi, this is what they're doing. Anyway, reading further, it says, the team at the Cabinet Office who are behind the plan hope to finance a 4-year program which would improve rehabilitation prospects and sporting opportunities for veterans and civilians. The scheme has won the support of the Ministry of Defense and the Royal British Legion. Leading the bid is Johnny Mercer, and that's Johnny Mercer right there with Harry and Meghan in that photo at Dusseldorf in September. It says, leading the bid is Johnny Mercer, the Minister of Veterans Affairs, who has flown to Birmingham for treatment after being medically evacuated from Afghanistan. He said, it feels like the right time and the right place. The biggest power of recovery has always been in sport and always been in Invictus, and the Duke of Sussex led the way when he set these games up 10 years ago. It feels like a natural rounding of the circle to come back to the UK, and we're going to do everything we can to win the bid. Johnny Mercer, I hope the Invictus go nowhere near the UK. I know Korea is bidding. I know Washington is bidding. I would rather go to Korea than know that this games is going back to that despicable place. And I know that's where Harry's from, and I know that's where you're from, but I hope it doesn't. These people have shown, and it has not anything to do with Harry and the royals and the press and all that mess, but just the fact that this country has shown zero interest, no support for their veterans at all. It has been despicable the way they have treated the veterans. And I saw Johnny, and I'm sure he was there with the veterans this time, but I'm talking about overall. Rishi Sunak has not even once mentioned these veterans who were at the games. The royal family, not once. They've completely ignored them. And all of a sudden now they're like, let's put a bid together. Let's do this. Let's bring it back. Really? What's the motive exactly? What exactly is the motive? Well, this is the motive right here. A source close to the project said, Harry has indicated that he is comfortable coming back for a British-based Invictus Games, and we understand that the games have always had the support of the rest of the royal family. Are you serious? Maybe the first year, the first few games, but definitely not The Hague and definitely not Dusseldorf. They were not supportive at all. So that is a blatant lie that, they've always been supportive. Lies. And going on, it's like others hope that, and this is the key right here. This is why they want these games back. Others hope that the Britain hosting the games could help to soothe the tensions between the Duke and his family. A supporter of the Birmingham bid said, and I and many others very much hope that this could provide a timeline for the way in which the Duke and the rest of the royal family might find a way to come together and support a worldwide cause. This is why they want it there. This is not from any person, some supporter of Birmingham or any of those. This is the British press. The British press is desperate to have Harry and Meghan back in the UK. The article even goes on to talk about, then Meghan could come over with the kid, with Archie and Lily and all of that stuff. Nonsense. This is what they want. This is the British press, the British government, and the royal family working together. They've been doing the most, and we've talked about that before. They have been doing the most to try to destroy these games. They've tried it. I guess they figured out that didn't work. They've ignored it. They figured out that didn't work. And now they're like, oh, well, let's bring it back to UK. And this is where the British press comes in. It's like, yeah, others hope that Britain hosting the games could help soothe the tension between the Duke and his family. Right. That is the press. They want that narrative. That narrative, they have been dying for that narrative. They have been salivating for that narrative. And in every single way possible, they have been thwarted. This is Rupert Murdoch paper. Basically, Rupert Murdoch trying to dictate to the royal family, this is what I need you to be doing. This is what I want. This is the narrative we want. I noticed how it roped in the British government. Oh, yes, the government and some private entity were coming together to put a bid together. These are the same people that can't host the Commonwealth Games, which nobody else wants really. Why don't they focus on figuring out the Commonwealth Games? But oh no, they want Harry's games. They want Harry to have to be wrapped up in British stuff so that they can control it. This is all about control. This is what it's been the whole time. This is what it has been. And I hope, I know this is Harry's home, but Harry, I'm like, dude, do not bring your games to this country. Let that games go to Korea. Let it go to Washington or wherever. Do not bring it back to the UK. Do not. And when we talk about even like the Poppy Legions and all of that, guess who is the patron of that? King Charles. They are trying to control this game. They are trying whatever they can to take these games. It is successful and they want it. And specifically, William wants these games. It is just like, and the nerve and audacity to be talking about, oh, the games have always been supported by the rest of the royal family. Really? The only person who showed any interest in the games, especially at Hague, was when the Queen was here. She sent Harry with a letter to give to the team. That's it. The rest of them have done nothing to support the games. The rest of them, especially this last games, apparently they didn't even send a happy birthday to Harry. And when it was his birthday there, they have completely ignored the games. And take it with a grain of salt if you're, definitely take it with a grain of salt if this article is true. Again, we don't know. The games have not said what they're going to be doing for the 10th anniversary. And this is the first we're hearing about the UK bid, if that is true. I hope it's that they stay away from the UK and they either go to Korea or to DC, which I'm hoping is DC. So there. Anyways, again, grain of salt, moving on. And there's been this whole thing with Prince William and his work, and we haven't really seen Prince William really do anything since before the holidays, before Christmas. And then obviously then Kate was in the hospital, mid-January. And the only time we saw William was because Harry was there a few days ago. All of a sudden, Harry was coming, and all of a sudden, Lee Thompson, his PR person, his communication guy, puts out, oh, William is going to be at the air ambulance thing, and he's also going to be doing the investiture thing, which he looked honestly drunk and dropped the investiture pin, and then, looked kind of really gaunt at the award ceremony. But news outlets and Lee Thompson has been feeding all this stuff to the different outlets. And as we looked at before, the British press keeps reporting it as a palace source, but the US outlets have been all reporting as, no, it's Lee Thompson, their communication secretary, that has been giving us this information. So he has been putting out all this stuff about Prince William, and it's just sort of filler stuff because there literally he's not doing anything. And apparently he's supposed to be home taking care of his kids and taking care of his wife, as, your kids are in school. most of the day. There's no reason why you can't be out doing stuff. You have a ton of staff as well, but whatever. And so the Times wrote this article. It's like, the Prince of Wales is to hire a foreign diplomat as the heir to the throne takes on greater number of royal responsibilities. And you're like, what responsibilities? What exactly responsibilities has William taken on? They keep saying that nonsense, and they were saying that when Harry and Meghan left. Oh, and William and Kate are going to be having to take on Harry's responsibilities. We have not seen one thing that Harry was doing that William had to take on, or Kate. It's utterly ridiculous. The only thing Kate is they've given her is the rugby thing. Beyond that, nothing. And that she's only been to, like, I think twice or three times, I don't know, something like that in the 4 years that since Harry left. To the point that rugby was totally, because Harry talked about rugby a couple of days ago when he was at the NFL event, and Harry said, you stole rugby and all of that stuff. And the UK rugby was putting out all of this, I miss you. I miss you, Harry tweets. And it was really funny. I should have brought it in. I didn't even think about it. But they were missing Harry. So, but anyways, William hasn't done anything or taken on any extra thing other than what he does, which is not a lot of anything and nothing of substance. But for some reason, the press, the UK and US, have been putting out these ridiculous articles about all the things that William is gonna be doing, or he's supposed to be doing, or he wants to be doing. And again, it's only filler stuff because he's not doing anything. But again, this is a little bit of the article. It says, at the Telegraph, again, this one here is the Telegraph. It says, at 41, just 17 months into the job, the prince's role as next in line to the throne has never been more important. Really? Reliably at the top of the royal family's most popular polls, the latest from the YouGov shows him at 77% approval. He and his young family have the star power and the public support of the monarchy that the monarchy needs. But as of this week, he finds himself, as one source delicately puts it, in an unenviable position. It is suboptimal, said another. Like, what? Prince William's wife has been seriously unwell, only just beginning a long recuperation from abdominal surgery. His father will be out of the public eye for an unknown period of time while the king waits to discover how he responds to treatment from an unnamed cancer. Expect to see more of William, said the Washington Post. The heir to the throne will confront new demands on his time, the New York Times declared. A soft regency, wondered the Guardian. And so what's William's response to all of that? Yeah, he'll be off next week for half term, as is the Wales' custom. It will keep life stable for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, and perhaps the nation as well. Yeah. Yeah, William taking another week off, apart from the whole of December, pretty much the whole of December, the whole of January. We're already almost the middle of February. He's done one engagement, or at least one day of engagement, which is two things he did, one of which he was barely awake for. But the nation, it would be good for the nation that he takes another week off. It would be so good. That nation not paying you millions and millions of dollars or millions and millions of pounds. It would be good for the nation that he takes another week off. Yes. Unbelievable. And this other headline in the Telegraph: the king leaves Prince William's free to put his family before the firm. Not that he had a choice. William wasn't going to do anything anyway. I mean, we see the monarchy. We know what the monarchy is. We saw them put the poor queen who was in pain to work, while 2 days later she dropped dead. This is how the monarchy works. William wasn't going to be working anyway. There's nothing Prince Charles could do. This has been Prince William's whole time. The entire time, Prince William does not want to be doing this. And so this whole nonsense about, oh, he's going to be taking on more work and all this, it's nonsense. Prince William is not going to be doing a thing. And the only reason, again, he was doing something this past week is because Harry was there. And he had to compete with Harry. If Harry wasn't there, you would not have seen William doing anything. I bet you he would not have been there at that air ambulance and the investigator stuff. And so, again, it just... unbelievable. It's like Prince William's new role as heir. Please. And then Lee Thompson keeps giving out this, doling out this stuff like, oh, he will possibly take over some work for King Charles. And King Charles promptly put out, I never asked you to do anything. I never asked you to do my work. Kind of like, why don't you just focus on what you have that you haven't been doing? This whole notion of like, oh, no, he could put his hello. Prince Harry flew 11 hours to go see his father. William is right there, and he did not even think it was important to go see his father. Right there. And he could not bring himself to take time away from himself to even go visit his father. Yeah, you think William is going to go work. William is like, no, I'm just going to stay home and pretend like I am just taking care of my wife. I don't want to do any of this. William has never wanted to do any of that stuff. So, anyways, leave the press to just sort of fill in, all of this dead space of all the things William is going to be doing or they think he's, supposedly gonna, nonsense. And then you bring the Middleton family, who are trying to butter up the royal reporters because whatever is going on with Kate, they don't want people to be talking about it. So, let's butter up some royal reporter. Bring in the very nasty Richard Eden with his Eden Confidential. Thank you, James Middleton, for the goodies you sent for Windsor, our new puppy. It was very thoughtful of you. Windsor has been with us for a week and is settling well. He loves the kibble, raw turkey from James and Ella. Best wishes to the Middleton family during this difficult time. Of course. Why not just send, goodies for the little doggy to the reporter at the Daily Mail, who is just about every day has something really nasty, derogatory, racist, or something to write about Harry and Meghan. Let's just not do that. Why don't we just do that? Butter him up so he could still be covering for whatever is going on with Kate Middleton. And as you can see, one of Richard's tweets, Prince Harry's behavior over the recent years has been appalling. Why on earth should Prince William welcome him back into the royal fold? Read my opinion on Mail Online. Oh yes, this is the one. This one is compared to the nastiness he would normally write, this is a very tame one. And this is the man that James Middleton, Kate Middleton's brother, decided, let's just, send him some of my dog food to butter him up, Let's just, keep writing nice things about my sister. Keep writing nice things. Keep covering up whatever is going on. Unbelievable. Same James Middleton with Dan Wooten on the red carpet. Credit to Jay Mitty raising so much awareness for mental health issues and stealing the show by bringing his therapy dog as his date. And who is hanging out with his arm on his shoulder? Dan Wooten. Reminds you again about Dan Wooten, allegedly paying Prince William's communications guy, Christian Jones, to feed Dan Wooten information about the Sussexes. Yeah. Relationships right there. The Middleton relationships. Unbelievable. And one of our wonderful squaddies wants to know if Amanda Patel has multiple personality disorder, or is it just a Daily Mail habit of changing headlines depending on Prince William's mood? And I will simply say both. As you can see, Amanda Patel's articles. On February 9th, Amanda Patel posts this article with this mournful headline. My heart yearns for Harry to heal the rift with his father and brother. But this is why my head tells me it will never happen. Oh dear. Whatever shall we do? One day later, February 10th, as you can see with my arrows, Amanda Patel, William must never forgive his shameless fly in, fly out brother Harry. Do they have multiple personalities? Yes, they do. Is it, depending on Prince William's mood? Yes. I mean, and this is the reporting of the day. You see this stuff all the time in the Daily Mail. If you pay attention to the headlines, it's like 1 hour they write something and they could totally contradict it the next hour. A lot of times by the same person. And that's why you can't take none of this stuff seriously, because it's like, let's just throw a headline out. So throw it against the wall to see whatever sticks. It's hilarious. And yes, that's Amanda Patel there in the green. And then they can't figure out if Harry and Meghan are going to go to the Super Bowl. We have Rupert Murdoch fighting among itself because Rupert Murdoch owns Fox and it also owns Page Six. So they're both fighting among themselves as to whether Harry and Meghan are going to be at the Super Bowl or if they're not going to be at the Super Bowl. According to Fox, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle expected at the Super Bowl. Queen Camilla gives update on King's cancer. Okay, whatever. Page 6 of the Rupert Murdoch tabloid. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to skip the Super Bowl ahead of Canada trip. And you're like, which is it? Are they going? Are they expected? Are they not? And then in chimes the Daily Mail. Harry and Meghan will attend the Super Bowl. The Duke of Sussex set to stay in Las Vegas after making no mention of, Charles. And so you're like, are they expecting? Are they skipping? Or are they attending? Depending on which tabloid you read, and depending on whatever mood they're in at the moment that you read it, they're either expected, skipping, or going. Take your pick. Just take your pick. But one thing we know that's happening, Lord willing, he keeps everybody safe. The one thing we know that's happening is the countdown to Invictus Games in Vancouver, Whistler, and the Sussexes will be there over this week. I think the 14th to the 16th for the 1 year to the Invictus. That we know, as long as the Lord keep us all safe and keep them safe, that they'll be doing. And so Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler put this out, celebrate the 1 year to go countdown to Invictus Games with Vancouver Whistler 2025, presented by ATCO in Mountain Square from February 12th to 16th, 2024. Visit from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and learn about the first ever Winter Invictus Games through trivia, street curling, and viewing the newly unveiled visual identity created by 4 leading First Nation artists: Levi Nielsen from the Lillooet Nation, Mac Paul from the Musqueam Nation, Ray Nataro from Squamish, and Olivia George from the Wamut Nation. The Sleal, oh goodness, I hope I said that right this time, Wamut Nation. And so those are, if you look at the edges of the top, the ones in black, and the edges, these are the visuals that's going to be the visuals for the games. And so they're going to do a big unveiling of them. So Invictus Vancouver Whistler gave us a little taste of it. So they're going to be the whole big unveiling for these. And also then they're gonna be having face painting and selfie station and trivia wheel, and they're gonna be doing some sliding stuff. And so these on the right is some of the things that's gonna be happening. It says Squamish Lillooet Cultural Center. It's one of the nations there, the First Nations there. It says on the 12th, they're going to be doing drumming. At least they're going to be learning drumming. The 13th, they're going to be doing Bannock donuts. It's kind of like, I guess, learning maybe how to make it and taste it. Donuts. Paddle necklaces. Now, if I was there, I would have loved to do that. I love crafts, and I was like, and I saw, I was like, oh, I want to be there. And the 15th and 16th, they're gonna go back to doing drumming and donuts. So all of that's gonna be happening there, and so it'll be amazing. And also, what's going to be happening there, they also put out this, it says, celebrate the 1 year to go with us and try adaptive sports featured in the Invictus Games Vancouver Whistler 2025, presented by ATCO. This free family day event is open to all ages and ability. So and this is what's going to be happening. It says the free family day event offers a chance to try some of the adaptive sports that will be featured in Invictus Games Whistler 2025. You could try the wheelchair basketball, sitting volleyball, wheelchair curling, indoor rowing, open to all ages and ability. Attendees will rotate through stations hosted by a sports expert and will teach them how to play. Taking place on this parade square of the historic Seaford Armory, this sports day is a special opportunity to visit the home of the Seaford Highlanders. Conducted tours of the Seaford Museum will be available on a request basis throughout the day. And so they're just saying, bring a bottle. Basically, trying to conserve and be environmentally friendly. So bring your water bottle if you're going. 16 and under, you have to have an adult with you, and then you can learn about the military and the historic area. So it's going to be an amazing time. So they're going to have all of this stuff going on to celebrate the 1 year to go to Invictus. So looking forward to seeing photos and videos of it. Hopefully the whole communities are going to be out there and be excited about it. Harry and Meghan going to be there, and don't know which ones they're going to be participating in. I'm sure they'll try to take in as much as possible as they did during the games. So very, very exciting. Very, very, very looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, we look forward to that. Lord willing, gets them there safely, and we will enjoy it when it's happening. So yeah, so anyway, that's it, guys. Short one. Thank you to our awesome moderators, Lydia Churchnelli, Karen M. Cookies and Cream, Black Queen. You are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all of our 2 Cents crew who support the channel on a monthly basis, man, you are amazing. Thank you. And to all of you who support in the chat, who support via PayPal and Cash App, you get super stickers, super thanks, just straight donations. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and helping me pay for all this stuff. So I appreciate it. It's an amazing, amazing help. And again, if you have not subscribed, if you're here new or just haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you know when we drop a video. Please like and share the video and join the 2 Cents crew. That will be amazing as well. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I love you all, and I shall chat with you next time. Bye.